Creativity, the monster. Dun, 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 dun. I wonder how many songs came from such a thought. How many movies were written? How many television shows are written about? Creativity, it's a monster, but you love it. Sometimes unplugged because we will always say yes to creativity. Totally uncut because we all make mistakes. So turn it into a tool. This is Arroe Unplugged. How you doing, man? You doing good? How's the body as you age? I hear a lot of this lately. Oh, ouch, and ooh. A lot of people. Doesn't matter what your age is. I'm hearing a lot of people. People's legs are aching. Their arms hurt. Their lower back right here in the lumbar section. I'm listening to people say their feet are just unbelievably heated up with pain. I'm hearing a lot of people in pain. And I don't know if it's because I'm listening closer, because I'm really a student of life, and I want to be able to embrace what everybody is going through. Because, for 43 years, I've sat in a radio station studio, assuming that I know who you are. But in September of 2020, right smack dab in the middle of that pandemic, when everybody else was running away, I'm going into the storm. I got to go in. Why do you have to go work at a grocery store? I'm just feeling it in my heart. I got to go. In fact, this is probably might upset many of you. I prayed a lot. I did a lot of questioning of where was the presence of God. And God said, I'm here. Where are you? And at that point in time, I said, you need to put me somewhere where the people are. I was thinking he was going to put me in a church or something. And what he did, he put me in the church, because church means community. Community means grocery store. And you guys are so funny. Oh, my God. You come to my lane, we're going to have a party. We're going to... because you are... you are the reason why I tune into that radio station. The grocery store. Hey, it's Arroe. This is The Daily Mess, a chronological walk through an everyday world. I am a daily writer. I am a student of life. And I do document a lot of stuff. And I don't know who it's for. I just know that I was called to do it in July of 1994, and I've done it every single day. And I do, at the age of 60, look at a lot of people and wonder, okay, which one of you is getting this? When I pass, it's not going to be burned up. It's not going to be, thrown into the trash. I know somebody's going to end up with it. And I was talking to my sister last night, and I said, please do me a favor. Make sure it gets in the right hands, because there's a lot of stuff within this writing that wasn't meant for me, that it was meant for somebody that would pick it up one day. Dear future reader, this is The Daily Mess. The steps we take, not once, but daily, hourly, and even occasionally. Writing is a documentation of movement. Mental growth as a creative can't be a pool of water without an outlet. Placing limitations on the distribution of process has every reason to stunt your personal growth as a creative spirit. Steps. We've seen baby steps. We've seen out-of-control leaps. A learning tool. The how-to book of accepting one's art and ability. Only to openly admit that it's been more of a dodgeball game than a race to reach a purpose. Steps. Frontwards, backwards, to the side. In all ways, the creative wanderer must find a place to pour his or her sweat. One of the joys of leaving terrestrial radio and taking up podcasting was being open to the opportunity to share conversations with some of the most creative people on the planet, from writers to chefs, to song performers, to actors, movie stars, politicians, business leaders. It's been one hell of a journey to have thousands of conversations with these creative people. And it always makes me laugh like a child when we talk about the steps, baby steps, out of control leaps, to the front, to the side. And you wonder that the people that receive these conversations, if they truly grasp the journey, the calling, the purpose, the plan, pretty big, right? Pretty heavy weight on your back, and you're going, oh my God, do I really have to do this again? I didn't set out in life to work at a grocery store. And yet, it's one of the greatest adventures of my life, because I get to be with real people, Real people. Not people that you're going to stand back and judge them because of the clothes that they're wearing. I've seen some fancy clothes. The summer of 2022. Oh my God. We're trying to get a fashion show going on here. But oh my God. I just think that people are more daring today than they've ever been, because I mean, you've seen like the BET Awards and all these different awards programs where people are wearing a lot of see-through clothes, and it leaves nothing to the imagination. It really doesn't. And you go, wow. And in fact, I talked with a fashion expert not even 2 months ago. And I said, I'm really embarrassed because as a man, I'm afraid to look. And I said, the only thing I want to do is see those two eyes. That's the only thing. And the fashion designer told me this. Why would you do that? They want you to look. Wow. I don't know. It's a different world. I love the beauty that people are putting into their clothes. I love the smiles. The sunglasses are out because of the summer. The shoes. Oh my God. I meet so many people that don't have the same pair of shoes for any day of the week. They just every day it's a new pair of shoes. In the conversations, the fashion in the conversation. Because of COVID, a lot of people are moving to my part of the country, which is in the Southeast, Charlotte, North Carolina. A lot of people from up north, people from Texas, California. They had to escape the areas that they were living in because the taxes and the cost of living are just astronomically out of control. And they've moved here. So that means the culture is changing. And so why not be a daily writer and document what it was like back in July of 1994 versus what life is like in July of 2022? The steps we take, not once, but daily, hourly, and even occasionally. Writing is a documentation of movement. Mental growth as a creative can't be a pool of water without an outlet. Placing limitations on the distribution of process has every reason to stunt the personal growth of a creative spirit. I'm Arroe, and that's the Daily Mess.